Hello, thank you very much for joining us again. We're talking about paranormal groups here. Now, Phil, you were just talking before the break about specific genres of paranormal groups.
Yeah, specifically the area where special guests are kind of commissioned to come into an event with paranormal groups, and they're there for half an hour or so, like you just touched upon a moment ago. And what kind of gets me, because I've obviously been on special guests on events myself, is that they normally turn up, plug their book, and then sell a couple of copies and then go, which again isn't quite fair on the people that turn up to do the investigation, hoping that they're going to be with the famous special guest all night. It's not fair, really.
No, it isn't. I mean, what about you? I mean, going from the other side of purely investigative. I mean, your group is about purely investigating places and getting or trying to get phenomena recorded or to understand it and report on that phenomena. There's a lot of those groups around now who aren't the public events company, who are, and there are a lot of rogues out there.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like in anything, you get a lot of competition as well. You'll get the groups out there that will say, we welcome in everybody, we want to share our ideas, we're all in this together, we're all here for the same reason.
Which is the way it should be.
Which is the way it should be. But then you get the other people that come along, and then you get the competition, the bitchiness, and then it gets to be a paranormal war.
It is very bitchy,
it
can be very bitchy.
Well, I don't think I've ever known any type of industry. Bearing in mind, I've been in television for 25 odd years, and I mean that's an extremely bitchy, especially with when I was a cameraman. There were lots of cameramen who, and you know who you are, who were some of their egos were that big they thought they were bigger than the people who were filming. But that was a bitchy thing, and I hated it, absolutely hated it. But the paranormal.
It's something else.
It's got nothing on there.
It's something else.
And I think it's because it's not a proven science. Anyone can go out there and basically do it. Everyone can go out there and think they can do it. And this is one of the things with what you've said, is that you have when you come along on a paranormal investigation, it's great fun. It's hard work, because this is the other thing people don't realise, that they all think it's nice, cosy manor houses in some beautiful countryside somewhere. They don't realise that no, it's caves. It's dank by the side of the road when it's in the middle of
pub attics and things like that.
It's woodland. It's cold, and it's quite a hard thing. It's fun, but it's hard work.
And a lot of people don't realise that a lot of the time you're sitting there in the dark, freezing your nads off.
With nothing happening.
With nothing happening.
But this is one thing. I mean, there's shows like obviously the ones that we've done when we did Most Haunted, as you can vouch for, that you could sit at a séance table for an hour. And nothing happened. Maybe somewhere towards the end of the second it'll happen, but of course by the time it gets on the television, of course you're not going to show an hour and 50 minutes of nothing. You show the 10 minutes where it happened, and people automatically at home think, I tell you what, I don't know why, I've been at this table for 10 minutes and nothing's happening.
Exactly. They do that on our events.
They do that,
They'll be sat there with a finger on the glass for 2 minutes and it's not moved, and be like, this is boring.
It happened at 5 minutes on Most Haunted. It's happening all over the place, and I actually go through the situation with them, and because a lot of people don't realise that the amount of footage that we filmed on Most Haunted when we were doing it, when I was doing it with you guys, is phenomenal, and they tend to forget that it actually gets edited down to an hour-long episode.
24-hour shoot, up to anything up to 27 cameras, shooting an hour at a time, up to 46 minutes.
I think when I was doing it with you guys in first season 2, 3 and 4, there was a minimum of 65 hours worth of footage to edit it down to an hour-long episode. And of course, like you say, you're not going to put in the boring bits where we just sat there twiddling our thumbs going, God, crikey, come on, something happened.
Well, you can't, and it's funny because we looked at, we did look at doing something with that, and the channel, really did look at every avenue of trying to show all of that unseen footage. But you just can't, because it's
you would lose viewing figures, surely.
Well, it's not. The channel were really behind it and trying to get something out there. But how do you show 65 hours of nothing happening and people watch? Even the people out there say, I want to see that. They'd probably watch it for 10 minutes and then all turn it off, so you wouldn't get that backing. But